Making tools for Liam's tiny guitar. We got good news and we got, well, eventually bad news. Stand by. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rattlecan Guitar Restorations. I am James, and when we last left the company of one another, we had come into a pickle because I did not have a notch straight edge of the proper scale length for Liam's tiny guitar. And what I mean by a notch straight edge, here is one from Skyscraper Guitars, and this is notched so that on a Fender scale neck, it fits over the frets. So you can see if the fretboard is flat and not necessarily the frets, because the frets could be a little high, they could be a little low, and it could throw you off. You just really want to see if the wood of the neck is straight. Now, as you can see, Liam's tiny guitar is diminutive, Lilliputian, some may say. And so, because I made one. So I just had a piece of 6061 aluminum. That's a grade of aluminum. If you don't know anything about machining, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just a grade of aluminum that machines quite well. And I had a bar of it laying around, as one does. And so I took it to school, and in my open lab time, I went ahead and I created one. Now, I had to mill it to shape, and I did this on what's called a 2-axis ProtoTRAK. A ProtoTRAK is a kind of simple. When you think CNCs, you think big Haas, big Haas machines, big industrial type of machines. This one is an add-on at the time. It was originally the way they originally made was to fit onto a manual Bridgeport mill, and they retrofit it, and so you can control the X and the Y axis with a computadora. And then you can make funny things like curves that you can't do when you're trying to spin stuff with your hands. And so anyways, I beep booped this program that I wrote into it, and we milled the outside of it. And then I went on to the interwebs, and I found this fret scale calculator. They're all over the place. So you put in what the length of your fret scale you want it to be, and then it will spit out a list of measurements. It can be from the nut, so from here to the first fret, from here to the second fret, or it can be incremental. So it can be here from the nut to the first fret, to the second fret, to the third fret, like that. And that is how I got the calculations for all these little notches. And then I tried to program it in, and apparently my computer was not having a good day, because there is a spot right there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll probably have to take a picture of it. And for some reason, it would mill up here. It would come down, and then it would mill this one spot, and then it would go back this direction. Can't tell you why. It's not in the program. The number that it went to was not in the computer, and we don't know. We loaded it. We reloaded it. We restarted it. I mean, we turned it off, turned it on again, the stuff you're supposed to do. It's my nod to the IT guys. So what I ended up doing was I just programmed in the coordinates for each one of these, and then I just manually drove the mill in for each one of them. And then once we were done with that, we flipped it over and we did a process called shelf milling. And so then this was upside down, and we took a fly cutter, and then we came in and we just started shaving it off until we got this final shape. And then I was able to beep boop this fantastical engraving on there, just in case I forgot what scale this is, because it is so close to the size of my other notched straight edges. So, and it fits and it works fine, and I'm quite happy. So I had a conversation with someone Actually, I've had conversations with a number of people and who have all said the same thing. Hey, if this one turns out, I would certainly like to, I would certainly like to pursue one of these. And the downside is I contacted StewMac, and this product's been discontinued. I even asked, I said, are there open boxes? Is there B stock? Is there returns? Is there damage? Anything? And the guy was nice, but he said, sorry, they're all gone. So this is the one Mini-T guitar from StewMac that we're going to build. I'm just going to leave it at that. Hey, one thing I wanted to mention, and I got thrown off track because at the very beginning of filming this video, my mom called. And, when mom calls, you talk to mom because that's what you do. And so that got me off track just because I like talking to my mom, and, maybe I can, I probably won't get any cookies out of it, but anyways. So what I forgot to mention is that in the course of making these things in the shop, I am surrounded by some pretty cool people. Not just in, the day job, which is, when I build guitar bodies and guitar neck blanks. That's cool in and of itself. But in the machine shop and the welding lab, I'm surrounded by not only instructors, but lab technicians who are very willing to give their knowledge and their instruction to help me, because I'm just a guy, just a student when it comes to that side of the shop. And I will come in with an idea, and the experienced guys will go, have you thought about, and then they'll give me something to think about. There's a couple of guys, specifically lab technicians there in the shop, that are a tremendous amount of knowledge. And again, they are exceedingly helpful. And, for videos like this, they make me look a lot smarter than I really am. Because, again, I'm just a guy kind of going through here. So, it is Jacob, and it is Matt. And, and there are, other people there on the staff who, it's good to bounce ideas off of them. And it's something that I enjoy because they always make me think about things that I currently wasn't thinking about. Because I may be going to make this tool for Liam's tiny guitar and have an idea in my head, but I only know what I know. And, I have not been in industry with machinery like this as a machinist. I'm just a guy plugging through the curriculum. I pick up a hint here, pick up a hint there, pick up a technique there. And, but it is really the people there, on staff, both as technicians and as faculty, that make a lot of this stuff happen. So I just wanted to give a shout out to those guys for being as helpful as they are, because they don't really have to do that. I mean, nobody has to be nice to me, but then why wouldn't you want to be? Because I'm a wonderful guy and humble. I'm very humble too. Anyways, I wanted to throw that in there. So back to the whatever I was doing, which was probably amazing. So anyways, that is just the quick update. It is Easter weekend. And if you are of the faith, and especially if you are a member of any sort of worship team or technical team, you know that Easter Sunday can be a thrash and bash. And so I played on Good Friday services, and for the first time in many years, I didn't do anything on Easter. I just showed up and sat in a chair, and that was different, because I've either been playing in the band, or I've been video directing for our live broadcast, which we do. But it has still been a crazy, crazy day. So that is the update on the tool that we had to make so that we can adjust this part so that we can continue on with Liam's tiny guitar. There are finishing supplies en route. For what I wanted to do, I'm somewhat limited on what I was able to get in my local area. And so we've had to order them in, and because of the nature of some of them, they have to come by truck, and that just takes time. So next episode, we're going to work on getting the guitar, making sure that it is flat. Then we're going to tape it up, and we're going to start leveling and crowning our frets, and then continuing on with our work. So anyways, that's the update. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Anyways, if you've got questions or comments, put them in the comment section down beneath the sermon notes. If you have ideas for future content, let us know. What else? Oh, I don't know. If you got a decent joke that I could tell my mother, or we could tell your grandmother, put it in the comment section. That's the caveat, because, it's got a bad word in it. It's not going to work, because we got kids on the website. Anyways, you guys have a great weekend. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it. And get out into the shop and do something, even if it's just to make a tool. Have a good one, kid. Cheers. Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon here at Rattlecan Guitar Restorations. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to click my beautiful face above. Hit the bell to be notified next time we drop a video. Here's a video that the Hive Mind has picked out especially for you. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it. You guys have a great weekend. Shut up, cat. Cheers.